So, the regulator has arrived. It's an honor to speak to you this afternoon at the City UK International, sponsored by Freshfields and State Street. And you will all share the same sentiment with me that in the run-up to Easter, regulators and market participants alike were watching very closely the dynamics in the market, tariffs, the impact on trading. Hopefully, the long weekend has given us some time to reflect on the resiliency of our markets, the role that financial services plays in supporting global economies, and the ties that bind our international markets together. In the last 12 months, as you know, tech advancements have profoundly transformed the financial services sector, offering innovation and growth in new business opportunities. AI has been central to this evolution, with financial institutions leveraging AI to deliver operational efficiencies, fraud detection, as well as enhancing their customer interactions. The UK continues to be world-leading in commercial insurance, derivatives, debt issuance, foreign exchange, and commodities trading. Supporting all of this, I believe, we have a world-class, outcomes-based regulatory regime. And I do have some slides. The FCA, with its new 5-year strategy launched a few weeks ago, is focused on deepening trust, rebalancing risks, and supporting economic growth. The regulators serve as a guardian of stability in the financial system. We ensure markets function efficiently, offering a restoration of confidence when markets are shaken. Entrepreneurs often come to find me and they say they're looking for predictability, regulatory certainty, and pro-innovation environments. The FCA and UK leadership are united and purpose-driven in guiding us towards economic growth and providing that predictability, certainty, and pro-innovation environment that sustains our UK business. The UK offers a significant strategic advantage, business-friendly, strong rule of law, good collaboration most of the time across government, parliament, regulators, industry, consumers to create this pro-innovation environment. We have an enviable record on financial innovation, leading Europe in fintechs. I'm not competitive, but 3 times more than Germany or France, including dozens of unicorns and soonicorns. And these are the strong foundations upon which business decisions are made. Those of you who have heard me speak before have heard me talk about our regulatory sandboxes, a world first, copied now by nearly over 100 global regulators. And we've built on that, as you know, with our digital sandbox, you know I love data, offering synthetic data assets free to firms, and this year unveiling the AI Lab. We've supported many firms with our DLT-based innovation in our Reg Sandbox, and over 80 through our innovation pathways. Some of you are familiar with our digital security sandbox, now open for applications, giving firms the opportunity to explore new tech in traditional financial markets. And this year, to ensure even more firm success, we're providing dedicated case officers to all sandbox firms. But you ask me, does it deliver growth? And I say yes. Independent studies have found over 90% of firms that engage with our innovation services do become authorized. And whilst success rates for fintech firms are sometimes mixed, 80% of what I call graduates of our regulatory sandbox firms are still in operation. FCA sandbox firms are 50% more likely to raise funding than their peers, and on average raise 15% more in investment. So I say our sandboxes do make a tangible difference in delivering growth. The pace of innovation in payments, digital assets, stablecoin, crypto, moving fast, particularly in the US. Many of you have read the City UK's new report, The Digitization of UK Capital Markets, which calls for urgency in pressing ahead with UK opportunities for DLT and tokenization in the UK FMI and bond market. We've been working on our approach. Last fall, we published a roadmap for developing a UK crypto regime, following the government's approach to crypto regulation. The FCA has leveraged FSMA, as you know, to encourage the industry to develop strong standards. And during the first year of our FinProm regime, we took down over 900 crypto-related scam websites and issued 1,700 consumer alerts, all of this using advanced analytics, I would add. Crypto is inherently a global sector, and we have to be alive to what other international jurisdictions are doing. And to that effect, we are working with IOSCO, FSB, FATF, to ensure our domestic regulation remains competitive while contributing to international regulatory standards for digital assets around the world. And just as digital assets offer innovation in markets, open banking and open finance offer opportunities for consumer choice, better competition, growth in our economy. The FCA and the PSR, as you know, are working closely together to build on the track record as a global leader in the payment space. Over 11 million people are already using open banking, but we see potential to go faster, easier, and cheaper payments. For example, variable recurring payments can give people more control over their regular payments, and it's a priority to bring that to consumers, and this year scheduled for phase 1. We're working with industry on a sustainable commercial model for open banking, opening up the data beyond payment accounts to unlock benefits, give consumers control over their financial data, enabling more personalized services and improving financial inclusion. As we all know, AI can be a game changer for economic growth, and we're committed to playing a leading role in the government's AI action plan. Our joint survey with the bank showed that 75% of firms have already adopted some form of AI in their organizations, and 10% more are planning to adopt it this year. We believe our outcomes-based regime, leaning on the consumer duty, leaning on the SMCR, gives us agility and flexibility needed to adapt to this market development. And through our AI lab, we're exploring how these technologies are being used and how we as regulators can best support the safe adoption. The AI lab offers firms a supercharged sandbox capable of testing generative AI models. We are open for AI business and continue to take an evidence-led approach to inform our understanding of the risks. So what does regulating for growth look like? We're aware of the impact that good regulation can have on UK growth and competitiveness, and as we work to support the government's growth mission, we'll take a balanced and pragmatic approach. Pro-innovation, pro-growth, predictable, stable for businesses, making it easier and more attractive to do business on our shores. We have undertaken ambitious reforms to our wholesale markets. Last year, we overhauled our listing rules. This year, we're forging on with a new prospectus regime and a new market for trading private shares called PISES. And today, we have announced a further 70% cut in our capital rules red tape. Yes, 70% of the words are coming out. This will streamline the rule on the types of funds investment firms that must hold capital for periods of stress. We've launched our pre-application support service, PASS, to help firms align regulatory expectations before submitting formal applications for authorization. This has now been extended to all wholesale payments and crypto firms to help more firms navigate the process quickly and efficiently. Our early and high growth oversight function, sometimes called the scale box, has supported more than 450 newly authorized firms to understand their obligations and meet our regulatory standards. And we are introducing 50% more dedicated supervisors this year. All these changes aim to make UK a more attractive and competitive destination to do business. So what does user-friendly regulation look like? You would expect a CIO to talk about user-centered design. We are trying to be more user-friendly. We're continuing to digitize, simplify our authorization forms based on user research and testing. We are decommissioning legacy data returns to reduce firm reporting burden. Streamlining the handbook, moving towards a machine-readable version. We've launched our new digital portal. It's called MyFCA, to submit data, pay fees, manage core interactions with us, all in one easy place. In the Supervision Hub, we're using predictive AI to assist our contact handlers with real-time knowledge, and an AI agent voice bot called Ava to direct consumers to the correct agency, FOS, FSCS, FCA, on a first contact using conversational AI. So what does all this mean? A smarter regulator enabled by smarter systems, sending a clear signal that we understand what businesses need in a global, digital, and data-driven world, and we're shaping a regulatory system that reflects that reality. Just to wrap up, I'd like to leave you with 3 thoughts, if I may. Firstly, I still believe the UK is the best place in the world to scale and grow a business, and that is despite my American accent. Number 2, the FCA is open for business, including AI business, and our AI lab is helping firms adopt AI safely, giving our firms a competitive advantage. And third, our proportionate and agile approach to regulation is a game changer. Thank you. Let's continue to drive innovation, international collaboration, and growth together. I'll pass you back to Miles. Thank you.